Hello there and welcome back to the channel. The good news is the long-awaited rotating assembly for the turbocharger has arrived. Just got in this afternoon. There it is, and I'm going to be unboxing it, and we're going to be preparing it for installation on the Toyota Altezza. Of course, both of them are getting the same package, but I'm going to start with the Toyota Altezza because this one had its turbo not doing so well. So definitely we are starting with this one, and after we are done with this one, then we move on to the next. So I have to prepare the kit. When the kit is ready, we put it on the car, we test it, and we see how it is. I'm pretty much excited about this because this is going to be an upgrade, because whatever that is in this package is going to allow the turbo to be able to do up to 25 psi. That's how it is advertised. Obviously 25 psi, which is I think 1.7 bar. I think 1.7 bar or 2 bar is significantly higher than what we're ever going to be doing on that vehicle. So I'm very much excited, and just knowing that I have got something which is much more stronger than the stock ceramic wheel turbo is something that will just give me that peace of mind as I'm driving, knowing that I will not run into these kinds of issues. So without wasting time, let's unbox it. Let's see what exactly is inside. Let me just get my cutting tool. Where did the cutting tool go? I think I left it on the other side. Okay, cutting tool got. So this came from a company called NP Boosted, which is in Canada. So I'm hoping this is proper quality. I'm hoping this is not your typical Chinese stuff. That's my hope. So I'm just halfway through opening. There we have it. There are two of them. One for the Altezza and one for the Black Mamba. For the price, well, it didn't cost me much, right? It didn't cost me as much as getting an aftermarket turbocharger. So, because I think on the website it's listed to be about $200 US. So the price for me is something I couldn't ignore. Obviously, as time goes on, I may want to upgrade to those bigger turbochargers, but for now, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do, and then later on we can get into much more bigger turbos. Okay, so there we have it. That's our rotating assembly. Oh yeah, it's our rotating assembly. It looks shiny. That's the only comment I can give. We'll see how, when we install it, we'll see how it's gonna perform. So I've invited a hired assassin so that he assassinates this this assignment. I haven't done this before. Yeah. Doma assassin actually. I haven't done this before, so he has done this several times on Subarus and so forth. He's a young brother of mine, so he's going to be helping me with the assignment. So already I can see that we were having boost leak issues. You can see there's some oil. There's some oil over here. Which means there was a lot of boost leak. Boost leak is not good for any turbocharged vehicle, because what it means is that where the turbocharger was supposed to spin at, let's say, 10,000 to produce, let's say, half bar of boost. What ends up happening is that it has to spin more in order to produce that same amount of boost. At the end of the day, that damages that turbocharger. So I've seen that there were multiple leaking points. Again, we're going to solve that after we are done with this. We'll do a proper boost leak test. Make sure that we are not leaking any boost after we've installed the new turbo, because at the end of the day, it defeats the whole purpose. You put a new turbo, a new rotating assembly, it spins faster than it should, and it will obviously die prematurely. Old. This one has got some movement, a little movement, not much. This one is got zero movement.
Blades are
Blades are ngapera.
Pera.
Blades are finished. Finished the blades, Baba. Okay, let's see. No shine much on the camera. Too shine. Yeah, so let's put the new guy. New guy.
See what I do?
New guy. Mina kusata isa kasilva. Tufana isa kasilva.
Clean. Embo fight. I check my filings.
Okay, so where is the?
Yeah, hapo CHRA ningirina hapa chini.
What?
So much for fights. And I don't know.
Ni leak, exhaust leak. It is serious. Taito zisa block uzodi baba.
Maybe isira block. So tunokugutela mkati.
Shining. Shine like a diamond. Kurore. Shine.
All right.
Somebody that will pay 9.
I don't know, boo. Umazota haya zvakuiti.
Vanozowedzera buri repapo. Simuskillful iwo hatizokone machi.
Vanonga vanoti madremo akatotovhura.
Waisa blade rinenge ruombo.
Waisa blade rakati kurei. But then it's supposed to be balanced, so you do that.
Rachkok. Kaigo.
Wanoita zvekudaro tapana zvaita
ngogumwa achiti vhiri
Musaramba muchimatambisa kudaro ndopa muchatozomaita mawada. Kana ka plastic.
Right. Trace are very careful. Ndikapinga kanochike.
Kangasopindira matini kuzi.
akapinda
Ngatinasoga. So.
Sure rakabata. Ranyatsopinda geje zvisina mafariza yati.
akapinda zvinenge zvichingoti ndiri sekilipi rikangopinda chete inoratidza kuti rakapinda kana sinopinda sekilipi rakapinda
So this is the last final bit. We are doing a boost leak test. Boost leak test, pressurize the system a little bit and try to find out where we are losing air. So I may have driven this car before when we fitted the turbo, but I didn't quite see a big jump, although I saw a slight increase in boost, but not as much as I expected. It seems we are losing boost, and it seems, well, of course, we upgraded to these style clamps, which are your T-bolt tire clamps from these kinds. Of course, I'm going to have to replace this one because I couldn't find the right size for this part. I'm still having to buy that one. But I'd upgraded the clamps for the reason that I knew I was experiencing boost leaks. So we're just going to pressurize the system some more and find out how much. Already I saw that we are losing boost by that pipe over there and this pipe down here. And those were major boost leaks that we saw. because I drove it doing much more than that. I just feel like there's still something else that. So I believe there's a boost somewhere where there's probably a boost leak, probably by the intake. So battery died on me there as I was recording, but the note I was trying to make is that I had a feeling that something was happening by the intake area. I couldn't figure out exactly where, because every time I would introduce air into the system using the compressor, I would notice that from 0 to half bar of boost, the needle was moving so fast, right? It was moving so fast and it was so easy. From 0.5 to 1 bar as we're doing a boost leak, you'd find out that the needle was acting as if it is struggling, right? The rate at which it was getting to 1 bar was just extremely slow, and it was seeming as if the compressor was struggling to do that. Then as the needle falls from 1 bar down to 0, you'd find from 1 bar to 0.5, it was moving very quickly. Then from 0.5 to 0, it was moving quite slowly, right? So it tells me there's something going on from as we try to put more air, as we try to maintain up to a 1 bar of boost in the engine. Now, at this point, it's now coming to my head that, look, as we're doing the boost leak test, we could smell fuel, we could smell petrol. So, and now I'm thinking to myself, look, because we refreshed, I think, almost all of the seals and gaskets for this vehicle. We did the head gasket, we did the tappet cover seals, we even replaced the positive crank ventilation valves. All those were just brand new things that we bought, because this engine, I don't know how long it was sitting. And to myself, I just said, look, let's refresh it and put it in the best condition possible. So now I'm thinking to myself that, look, and the one thing that I did not replace, because we could not find those things at that time, was, by the time we thought of sorting that out, we were almost assembling the engine back together. That was the seals by the injectors, right? The seals by the injectors, there's a rubber seal, and then also an O-ring, which would be by the injector. So I'm thinking those we did not do, and the fact that I kept on smelling fuel, especially at higher, when we put more air between 0.5 bar to 1 bar, I could start to smell fuel. To me, it only makes sense that could be where our issue is. So I'm going to make a point and ensure that I get these. Either we just go to Toyota, we try to import through Toyota themselves, or we just import direct from the UK. But just to conclude what we have done, I could tell that the car now feels much more aggressive, although it could do better. The thing is, I've driven it better than this, so I know it could actually do better, but it feels way better than before we replaced that rotating assembly. So this was actually a very good thing. So when we get that, we put on the vehicle again, we test it. I think we should be getting close to where we want to be.